So in this video we're going to look at doing a foundation single crochet. That's US terms. In UK terms it's a foundation double crochet. This is a starting option for garments or anything that we're working in the flat, instead of doing a length of chain and then working back into the chain. The benefits of this, the biggest benefit of this that I find is if I'm doing a very long chain, I tend to lose count, and I don't always find it easy to count the stitches in a chain compared to counting crochet stitches. So if I'm doing a very long chain, I would always prefer this option, so that when I've lost count, I find it easy to figure out where I'm up to. It does create a less gappy and a more sturdy edge along the bottom. So if you're not going to add an edging stitch or you're not joining it to anything, it can be quite a good starting point for there as well for garments. Quite often your pattern will dictate which it wants you to do. If you are choosing to do this instead of chaining and then single crocheting back into the chain, make sure you do one less stitch, because the number of chains you do allows for a turning chain. Okay, so we start with a slip knot, which if you've forgotten how to do, is in one of my other videos, and we do 2 chains. So chain 1, chain 2. Okay, and when we do this stitch, we're basically going to create a chain and then a stitch, so that we're doing the first 2 rows effectively at the same time. So to begin, of my 2 chains, I'm going to work into the bottom one. So no yarn over, put your hook through, then yarn over and come through, so you've got 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over again and come through this one, and then yarn over again and come through both. So what you've created is a chain, just going to put this down, a chain at the bottom and then your stitch on the top. And we're going to keep doing that. So this time I'm going to go into that chain at the bottom that I just made. So in there, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over and through that one. So that's creating the chain at the bottom, and then yarn over and pull it through both. Okay, again, same thing, into the chain you made at the bottom and take the yarn over, bring it through, yarn over and create the chain at the bottom, and then yarn over and bring it through both, into the one at the bottom, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through that first one to create the chain, yarn over and pull through both to create the stitch. So when you look at it from the top, you can count your stitches nice and easily. Okay, if you're doing a very long one, it's quite useful to put in stitch markers, say every 10 or every 20, just to help you keep track. Yeah, along the bottom, your chain is there. This is a little bit gappy. I'm deliberately using a bigger hook so you can see things a little bit better. All right, so here is my nice single crochet. I've got a nice steady edge along the bottom. The one thing I do sometimes find if I'm doing a lot of these is I sometimes forget where I'm up to. So I have a tendency to go into the first one, do my yarn over and bring it. And sometimes I forget to do my chain, my yarn over, and then through both. The best thing about this and all crochet really is if I do think I've made a mistake. So for example, like I say, the mistake I normally make is I go in, I do that, and then I just do my stitch without doing my chain. All right, it looks a little bit different, but if I'm in any doubt, all I've got to do is pull my hook out and pull my yarn through and go back to my previous stitch and start again. Into the chain at the bottom, yarn over and bring it through, yarn over for your chain, and then yarn over and through both for your stitch. And you can do as many of those as your pattern says before starting your flat piece of work.